So we talked about water, why water is important, what is solvent, what is lubricant, and water changes temperature slowly. Now, what are the water compartments are present in the body? Basically, if you see in our home, basically we have water. Okay. Okay. So some water is present in the tanks, some are stored in the fridge, in bottles. Okay. And in some home, in some other things are there to keep the water. Okay. And the water which will come from the government, we have tap water. Okay. And the water which leaves from the our home after using the water, wastewater. We have we have municipality. Okay. So where the water leaves, so as like that, in our body we have compartments. Okay. So where the body will store the water in in our body, where the water is stored in the body. Okay. So we have three compartments. This is the body. Okay. Example, this is the body. We have three compartments. Okay. We named this according to the area of this compartment. We have, this is cell. First example, this is cell. This is outside the cell. All these two are outside the cell. Okay, basically I will explain in the this board. Okay. So this is the body. We will divide the body into three parts, three things. One is, this is the cell. Example, this is the cell. So this is cell. So this is outside the cell. Outside the cell we have two compartments. Okay. So which the water present inside the cell, we will call this intracellular fluid. The water present outside the cell we will call extracellular fluid. Okay. So we have two compartments, outside the cell, inside the cell. The water which is present inside the cell, this is called intracellular. The water which is present outside the cell, we will call is extracellular. Okay, understood? Okay, we have intracellular and extracellular. Okay, we will name it ICF and ECF. In intracellular, inside the cell, we have 65% of total body water. In inside the cell, we have 65% of total body water. In extracellular, we have 35%. In inside, we have 65%. In outside, we have 35%. Okay, but this 35% is divided into sub compartments. That's the reason we have to understand where this 35% is divided. 65%, we can close our eyes and we will tell that the 65% of water is present in cell. There is no question about that. But this 35% is divided into different parts of the body. Okay. Now first we will talk about this. Okay. Inside the cell, we have water, that is 65%. Outside the cell, this is outside, we have 35%. That 35% is divided in which area? The in blood vessels, in lymphatic channel, okay, in other tissues, other areas in tissues. Okay, so we'll talk about each and everything. Tissues, between tissues means interstitial fluid. What we will tell? Interstitial fluid. Okay, means if this is the cell, this is the cell, the space between the cell are filled with water. So what does this name? We will tell that is interstitial fluid in blood vessels. So whatever the fluid is present, we will see in the blood vessels. Okay, and as well as the third thing we have, that is lymphatic channels. So lymphatic drainage, and other than that, we have synovial fluid, CSF, eyes. Okay, other than that, what we have? We have synovial fluid. Others, in others we have what we have? Synovial fluid, where the sudden present between bones, only in knee joint. Next we have CSF. This is present in the brain and spinal cord. This is the brain. The brain is filled with one liquid called CSF. Next we have in our eyes, in our mouth. Okay, so other than that, there is a small amount of fluid is present in this others area. Okay, how the movement of water between compartments in the body are the function of specialized fluids will be discussed in later chapters. How this fluid will interchange their location. Okay, this is talked in later chapter. So I hope you understand this. Okay, if any query, you can ask in the group. Next, we will talk about oxygen and carbon dioxide. After that, we will conclude our class today. Okay, oxygen. Oxygen is the form of gas. Oxygen is the gas in our environment. We have 21% of atmosphere have oxygen, which are inhaled by every human being. We all know that without oxygen we did not survive very long, but exactly what does it do? Oxygen is very important to us because its essential process called cell respiration, in which cell break down simple nutrition such as glucose in order to release energy. Why oxygen is necessary? To release energy. To release energy. So with the entry of oxygen in the cell, what will cell do? Cell will break down the energy and it utilize the energy. The reason we breathe is to obtain oxygen for cell respiration, to exhale the carbon produced in the cell respiration. Okay, so what is the name of this energy? The energy is ATP. So this is the basic thing we have to understand. Later on, we will study in deeply about it in respiratory system. Okay, in detail. Okay, so what is the carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide is a result of oxygen. After the entering of oxygen, the cell will utilize the energy because of the oxygen. The breakdown happen. After the breakdown, the cell release waste products. In that waste product, that is, there is one product that is called carbon dioxide. Okay, because it is not very important for our body. not beneficial for our body. That is the reason this is called waste product. So if there is large amount of carbon dioxide is present inside the body, our lungs are not properly working. Okay, there is problem in the lungs, there is problem in the nose, whatever may be. So the fluid will become acidic. If the carbon dioxide increases, the fluid become acidic. So to not bring the fluid into the acidic region, so we have to release carbon dioxide from the body. So we have to maintain the carbon dioxide within limit in the body. So when will happen? When will carbon dioxide is not excreted outside? There is any pulmonary disease, lung disease like pneumonia, emphysema, like nowadays COVID. So the patient will enter into the acidosis. Okay, we'll talk about acidosis later on. So that's the reason carbon dioxide is need for energy breakdown. Sorry, oxygen is need for energy breakdown. Carbon dioxide have to release from the body, not to cause acidosis. Okay, so I hope you understand today's lecture. Okay, so we'll stop here. Okay, if any doubts, kindly ask in the group. Okay, so thank you for the joining. Okay, tomorrow we'll continue from here, cell respiration. Okay, thank you.